base of the title. The builds are so high you have to make a Minecraft wood rank. Wood is probably the first thing you pick up and is pretty essential for early and middle game. In fact, even if you've never played Minecraft, you probably have seen the wood, even if it came in doors, planks, trees, or even sticks. However, Minecraft is the same as wood. Some woods look better than the others. Woods are very essential for customizing builds, and I thought I could rank them all. This is an inclusion of logs, doors, and everything you can build them that have a variant. Crafting sticks won't be counted, but doors and trapdoors will. This will of course be a survival building aspect in Java Edition. 12 Crimson. This one's horrible. This is one of the two Netherwood types, and although I do think it looks a bit better than the other Netherwood, it's just trash. It's too similar to Mangrove and extremely hard to access considering it's in the Nether, the most dangerous dimension. The door is weird because it doesn't match with what the Nether was going for, and the trapdoor is ass. Literally everything about this is terrible. Overall, it shouldn't even be similar to another wood type that's way better than it. Very, very bad. Don't use it. 11 Warps. This is the other nether wood type. The blue is way too specific to be used in any casual build. Unless you're building Hatsune Miku. It would look good in some specific situations, however the blue just ruins everything. The door and trapdoor look pretty bad, and the log is just like the crimson log, which is terrible. Way too specific of a wood to actually work, and again, this gets brought down by being in the most dangerous dimension in the game. It's just such a bad wood type. I don't know why you would use it over literally anything else. Although the blue color is unique, and I guess I could give it that. That's probably why it's over crimson. 10 Acacia. Just like the last few wood types, the wood is way too specific in any type of build most of the time. However, with the savanna being one of the most common biomes in the game, and the log being gray saves it from being horrible. Just like the others, the trapdoor and door look bad and aren't usable in most builds. However, like I said a second ago, the log looks good with pale oak, which I'll get to later. I should also say this is one of the only woods to get a village type, which brings it up by just a little bit. Although I do think it's overhated, it's still the worst base game wood in my opinion. 9 Mangrove. Although this is far better than the nether version, it's definitely an overrated wood type. Mangrove swamps are one of the hardest biomes to find, and cutting down trees is the most annoying task ever, bro. It can work in some casual builds, but not most. The red color, just like Acacia in the nether woods, is way too specific. The door just looks alright, and the trapdoor is actually not bad. I like the hole in the middle. All around, just a mid wood type. Also, I should probably mention, this is the first log that has a sideways log. Ew. That's like one of the worst things that can happen to a wood type because it basically becomes impossible to frame with it. Definitely an overrated one. I don't care what any of you say. I hate this one. 8 Jungle. This is definitely the most underrated wood type. It's a bit more pinkish from the original oak. The jungle biome is pretty common and the trees aren't really that hard to cut down. The door is pretty unique, having a circle window, and the trapdoor just kind of sucks. Most trapdoors are supposed to look like the door, but this one sucks because the circle isn't even a circle, and it takes up the entire trapdoor. I mean, I guess I could say that for Mangrove too. That's another thing that goes wrong. This, just like the Mangrove log, is sideways, which is trash. Overall, definitely an underrated wood type considering it's easy to get and it looks semi-good. Honestly, I would use this over the last ones way more. And it looks good with oak. 7 Bamboo. This is 100% the most unique wood type out of the bunch. It can only be found in bamboo jungles and doesn't come from a tree. But it also has a very unique log with basically 2 wood colors in one. It's also great for Japanese/farm builds because they will look good and easy to farm. It's also a very unique door which looks nice and an alright trapdoor. It's kind of easy to access, not as easy as the normal woods from trees. I should also say that this is one of the only ones that has an alternative plank style. It has the mosaic ones, which they're kind of ass, not gonna lie. Definitely a good wood for sure, just not that accessible and great in all around builds. 6 Cherry. This wood is just like the last placed ones, has specific color being pink, but honestly, it works in a lot more things. It's a light pink, so it's not hard blue or red like the nether ones. It's also probably the most visually appealing tree. I haven't talked about this yet, but the sapling also looks really good, and it fits most environments. However, this does have some downsides. It's quite hard to find in a survival situation, and just like the jungle mangrove, it's a sideways log. The door is pretty kind of alright, if I'm gonna be honest, and the trapdoor is meh. It's a nice color, you know? I bet a lot of people would put this lower, but I just like this one a lot. Now we're in our top 5. These are the woods I personally use the most. 5 birch. This is surprisingly useful. It's one of the most useful woods in the game as it's found in almost every single biome. The unique light color of the wood looks great in most situations. And if you're not a Canon 18er. The log is upsetting in builds because it's messy, however in birch forests, especially with mods and shaders, look incredible. The door and trapdoor both look pretty good as if they both have glass windows, which is a unique look compared to every other door and trapdoor in the game. But the slapping is also just kind of mid. It looks good, it's common, and it's a great wood overall. Definitely an underrated one to most of the Minecraft community. 4 dark oak. This is just very clean. The log is good for framing. The planks itself is a very nice, very dark shade of brown. The door is modern looking, which looks good, and the trapdoor is just alright. The trapdoor, although it can be used with framing alongside like logs as a decoration, just use the spruce one instead. The wood can be hard to find and is the first dangerous one to explore because the trees are so big and they cover up sunlight. Mobs can spawn in the day. This also works well with oak, especially being with spruce, and definitely a staple when it comes to wood types. Although I don't really like the sapling. Cool wood and looks great, just kind of hard to get. 3 pale oak. This is the newest wood type, therefore definitely being biased. We haven't gotten one since 1.20, but that's not long ago. White has been such a desired color for a long time. White will look good in almost every situation, and the door and trapdoor really complement that. The log is messy, however the acacia log works better with the white. The door with the metal bars looks great, and the trapdoor is also incredible. One of the only trapdoors you can't see through. However, it comes with a pretty big downside, and that is being in a rare sub-biome to an already dangerous one, dark oak forest. The creaking comes out at night, which is not ideal. The creaking comes out during night, and it's not ideal. It's like a Slender Man ripoff, bro. Get that goofy owl away from me. Incredible wood type, only being held up from being higher because it's hard to get. 2 oak. This is the wood block. You find this in almost every single overworld biome, and it's extremely easy to access. Perfect light look to it, however it isn't so light like birch and it's not too dark like dark oak. The door is really good and looks incredible. The trapdoor is also great. I single-handedly use these two so much it's actually insane. They fit in almost every single build you ever do with them. Since it's in basically every single biome ever, it's the easiest wood to access, which is great for building a starter house or just a house in general. Not only that, it just looks amazing. When you think of wood in Minecraft, you're gonna think of oak. It's one of the staples of the game for good reason. It looks incredible and it works incredibly. It's also really easy to get. Number 1, spruce. Come on, this is what we all expected to be at the top. It's a perfect shade of brown. It's actually insane. This works in almost every single build, no matter what. This is also an extremely easy wood to access in the taiga biome, which is common and beautiful. The log is also a darker shade of the original oak log, which looks way nicer. The door and trapdoor both look amazing, which they both look medieval, which fits with a lot of builds players do nowadays. The door is solid and the trapdoor is incredible for log/general decoration. The trees are also really easy to cut down, and in taiga forest, oak can also be found, making the place where you want it way more appealing. I think that if you ask every single Minecraft player what their favorite wood type is, I feel like 85% of them would feel like it's spruce, which makes sense. The best wood type for everything. Yeah, that's about it. Anyways, I'm gonna do a quick like for my goals. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell for more Minecraft content like this. Make sure to click the like button if you enjoyed.